Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua back with a WW3 Daily update. Shalom and salutations to you all. Yeah. We're going to start right here in Matthew 24, and we're going to work our way down to this. Okay, pestilences, plural. All right, so tomorrow's Tuesday, war and rumors of war, but we're going to read through that right there. Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you in these last days. Okay? Because man is going to deceive you. How? Okay? This implies that all of these things are being set up by men. Right? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. Now, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. Who's doing that? Man is doing that. He done set up these wars and rumors, okay? When a war starts, it's because somebody came to a table and said, we're going to start a war over here. Now, this side over here needs some uniforms and ammunition. And this side over here needs, they already have uniforms and ammunition. And then we're going to, as soon as we start the war, if you will, ignite it, then we're going to use the media to advertise it, right? And we're going to push this thing out and deceive the people, right? Wag the dog. What is wag the dog? Okay. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. Remember, a man is using these situations as deception, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. Man-made famine. How is that? Well, Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland and destroying the crops, and they're paying the farmers, look, give me your crop, I'm going to give you way more money than you ever would have made. And then they destroy the crop. It might give you some GMO, right? Who's destroying the food processing plants? Okay. Who took the baby formula? Who stopped the baby formula from hitting the shelves? This is all part of a what? A man-made famine. All right. We'll skip over that and we'll jump straight to what? Earthquake. How do you get earthquakes in diverse places? Well, if you control the jet stream, well, if you have a device called a high action auroral research project, right? You can cause earthquakes and control the weather. Okay, now about this. What is this? How do you control pestilences, right? Well, there's something called a bioweapon. What do you need when you go to war? You need weapons, do you not? Well, somebody's making, one of the first bioweapons, right? I'm going to show you. UN education. Let's type this in and see what this produces. Smallpox blankets. Let's see what that turns up. Smallpox blankets, an epidemic, huh? An epidemic of 1813. The epidemic of 1813 through 38 also spawned a narrative of deliberate, what? That against the original Americans, the black people. It says white genocide, huh? Wow. This is warfare. This is a war against the original Americans. They stole the land, but first they had to do what? They had to eradicate them. It was a war. Smallpox in the blankets. White Europeans and white Americans deliberately promoting the spread of smallpox among unsuspecting American Indians to clear them off the land. Okay, this is germ warfare. Okay, I like this picture. I don't like it that much. Anyway, yeah, biological warfare. See that word war? This is the World War III Daily Update. Well, in 1763, they were using biological warfare with smallpox. The smallpox was here. We want you to keep warm. Take these. Right? And here you go, oh, well, let's fact check this. Let's go to Snopes and let's disprove that that this devil been using these tactics going back years. Right? On the Trail of Tears. Okay? Smallpox blankets, 1492. These devils been using this. Okay, now let's go back real quick. Uh-oh. And pestilences. Okay, so going back to 1492, let's get some perspective. Native communities have numerous stories that were passed down through the generations about receiving or trading blankets and subsequently experiencing what? Look at this. Anyway, you see where it's going. Okay? This has been going on for years. Okay, so pop out of there. We see what this is. All right, now, what is that? Pestilence. Okay? Now, let's go where? Go to Skeletor first. Let's go back to Skeletor, and this is today. Okay? 1 hour. We know where this shit comes from, right? Well, what do you mean? Full spectrum survival featuring Skeletor, right? With a Shure SM Beta 58, right? My God, if this is happening, then we are doomed. If what is happening? More of the same? What you've been doing from 1492, according to oral reports coming all the way down?
A few weeks ago now, the Russian media reported that they had disrupted an American-led, Western-driven biohazard or bioweapon initiative.
A what? You mean smallpox blankets in 2023? Why did Russia go in to the Ukraine? Because they were afraid of what? Right? Gain of function in Wuhan, China.
Side of Ukraine. They released what they called proof to social media through official government channels. The Russians claim that they have stopped or were in the process of stopping a biological weapons program aimed at creating and distributing a severely contagious, I'm talking 40% fatality rate. 2 people get it, one person dies. Form of the bird flu. They said that it was going to use migratory bird patterns around Europe and through migration over and into territories of their enemies. We know that there are already H5N1 and other bird flu outbreaks taking place right now. Japan is just one country that has confirmed they are holding on to massive amounts of vaccines and treatment in the tens.
What is this about? Do we have to? I'm gonna try to keep this short. So, let's see. Let's do this. The N word. This is today. Why did Putin? Let's see. Why? Why are we reading about this today? It's 11 months ago. Are there 46 bioweapons labs in Ukraine? Why? How the Ukraine biolab conspiracy went mainstream. Is it a conspiracy? Okay. Russia says Ukraine turning soldiers into monsters. And U.S. funded by what? In what? None of this is true. Going back to 1492. Nah, can't be. Putin, this is 1 year ago. Putin says fight against neo-Nazis in Ukraine going according to plan. Ukrainian rebuild biolabs. Oh, okay. Biolabs disinfo. This is war and rumors of war. Maybe we should go into that tomorrow. How American Ukrainians are affected by the Russian biolabs conspiracy theory. What is all of this talk about? Why are they, okay, there's a war between Russia and the Ukraine. The Russians are claiming that they had to go in because race-specific bioweapons, right, are being run to come against the Russians. 1 year ago, U.S. admits biological research facility in Ukraine, cites concern about Russian troops. Okay, so what is this? Okay, Russia may use chemical biology. This goes back to pestilence. All of this does. Okay, here's Skeletor talking about it today. Well, I guess we navigated away from that. All right, so let's go here real quick. Let's go gain of gain of function in Wuhan. What happened 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and they locked down the world? What was that about? It was about pestilence, right? Where did it come from? Heated exchange on NIH research in China. Fauci, gain of function research, and why does this come up? When you type something, and why do these things come up? Breaking 10 months ago, Rand Paul amendment to prohibit gain of function research funding for China. Okay, all we got to do is look into this and see what it's about. Blatant dishonesty regarding gain of function research in Wuhan. Okay, so Wuhan is supposedly where the CV-19 came up out of. It was a lab. Fauci and Rand Paul shout over Wuhan lab. Right? Maybe we should watch this a year ago. What is this about? Okay, so China is a bioweapons lab. That's how everybody got sick and they shut down the world, so to speak. Right? So this is going on. Ain't no real Salaka. Watch this.
Dr. Fauci, knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress.
This is at the Senate. What is this? Biosafety expert explains why Fauci's NIH Gaia, gain of function testimony was demonstrably false. This guy's in there lying to the Senate. Watch.
You wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain of function research in Wuhan.
Your microphone.
Senator Paul, I have never lied.
before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement. This paper that you are referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function. Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans,
Right.
you're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that officially. You do not know what you are talking about. Okay, you get one person.
Let's read from the
Madam
NIH
Chair, can I
definition of
answer the
gain of
question?
function. This is your definition that you guys wrote. It says that scientific research that increases the transmissibility among mammals is gain of function. They took animal viruses that only occur in animals and they increased their transmissibility to humans. How you can say that is not gain of function?
It is not.
It's a dance, and you're dancing around this because you're trying to obscure responsibility for 4 million people dying around the world
Okay.
from a pandemic.
And let's let Dr. Fauci.
I have to, well, now you're getting into something. If the point that you are making is that the grant that was funded as a sub-award from EcoHealth to Wuhan created SARS-CoV-2, that's where you are getting. Let me finish.
We don't know.
Well,
we don't
wait
know
a
if
minute.
it did
I
come
can-
from the lab, but all
you-
the evidence is pointing that it came from the lab,
You-
and there will be responsibility for those who funded the
Right.
lab, including yourself.
I totally
This committee
resent-
will allow the witness to
I
respond.
totally resent the lie that you are now propagating, Senator, because if you look at the viruses that were used in the experiments, that were given in the annual reports,
So he does admit that there were big experiments on viruses.
that were published in the literature, it is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those
It
viruses
is-
caused it.
it
No
is
one is alleging that
molecularly-
those viruses caused the pandemic. What we're alleging is that gain of function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
That is
You can't
not-
get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not
Senator Paul,
obfuscating the truth.
Senator
You're the
Paul's
one.
time is expired, but I will allow the witness to.
Let me just finish. I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified virologists and evolutionary biologists, those virus
that received a large amount of money to say whatever he's about to say.
biologists, those viruses are molecularly impossible
No one's
to
saying
result
they are. No
in
one's saying those viruses
SARS-CoV-2.
caused the pandemic.
Senator Paul,
We're
look-
saying they are gain of function viruses because they were
They're not.
animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
And
Don't
you
admit the truth.
Senator
Senator Paul, your time has expired, and I will allow witnesses
Right.
who come before this committee to respond. Dr.
and you are implying that what we did was responsible for the deaths of individual. I totally resent
could
that.
have
And
been.
if anybody
And it could
is
have been.
lying here, Senator, it is you.
Okay, and then later on, after this, he comes back and admits exactly what Rand Paul was saying, right? He was using a whole different argument to obfuscate, if you will, what Rand Paul was saying. Rand Paul was right about what he was saying. Yeah, they gave money to Wuhan, the biolab in Wuhan, China, dealing with gain of function on that specific virus. He didn't say that that's what caused it. He said, did you give money to China to conduct this research? And the answer was yes, but he went out of his way to try to demonize Rand Paul, right? We'll go here next. Okay, so we got what's going on in Ukraine, which is why Putin went in there, okay? We got what happened to shut down the world a couple of years ago. Let's go here. I typed this in. CDC Biolab. What is it? 10 years ago. CDC Bioterror Lab. What? Huh? What's this? If you go back and you watch Walking Dead, guess in a couple of episodes, guess where they go? They go to the CDC in Atlanta. The head of the CDC, the main office in Atlanta, Georgia. They go here. What series was that? The Walking Dead. What is that about?
on the case in Washington. Good morning, Pierre.
Hi, George.
Slovakia. This is ABC News. 10 years ago, CDC Biolab left it. So there must be some reality to this. This is ABC News 10 years ago.
Scary story now about security lapses at one of the government's most secret and dangerous laboratories. Doors have been left unlocked to areas where scientists test potential biological weapons like anthrax. And it's happened again.
What? Biological what? Weapons, not diseases, not viruses. He said, listen close to what he's saying. Biological weapons. Look at the heading. CDC Bioterror Lab. What? They're not even hiding it. They're telling you. Listen close to what he said. He said weapons. When you go to war, you got to take your weapon. Okay? In 1492, they had long swords and smallpox blankets.
And dangerous laboratories. Doors have been left unlocked to areas where scientists test potential biological weapons like anthrax.
Biological weapons? What? At the CDC. So this is George Stephanopoulos, right? Who was under who? W. Bush? George W., I believe it was. He was on that administration. Listen to what he's saying is coming out of the CDC. Okay, put that together. Bio weapons. He didn't say viruses. He called it a weapon.
Scary story now about security lapses at one of the government's most secret and dangerous laboratories. Doors have been left unlocked to areas where scientists test potential biological weapons like anthrax. And it's happened again and again. ABC's Pierre Thomas is on the case in Washington. Good morning, Pierre.
Hi, George. You would think that
Problems revealed at CDC lab. Bioterror security lapse exposed. Problems revealed at CDC lab. Bioweapons lab. Open your ears. Weapons.
safety and security would be at the highest level at a government lab housing some of the most dangerous microbes on the planet. But according to some internal CDC emails, you may want to think again. Anthrax, monkeypox, virulent strains of flu, the SARS virus, all potentially lethal, and all stored at a CDC laboratory in Atlanta, supposedly under the most stringent of conditions. But internal emails first obtained by USA Today and confirmed this morning by ABC News raised serious questions about security at the sensitive facility. The emails from a CDC employee report multiple instances of doors left unlocked between 2009 and 2010, allowing access to the deadly strains. The documents also show an unauthorized person made it past security and into an area he was not allowed. And news of these security incidents come on the heels of another recent report that potentially contaminated air from one of the research labs made its way out of a controlled area.
That we are dealing with nasty agents that we need to have maximum containment. And if they get released or discharged from that facility, it could be problematic.
A CDC official tells ABC News that the public was never at risk, but that any lapse in physical security at the agency is addressed immediately. Some scientists believe the CDC needs independent oversight.
CDC has excellent biologists, microbiologists, and that. But for running a lab safely, you need more expertise than just being a good biologist or a laboratory technician.
As its own police, it's probably fair to say the CDC is not happy with these failures. Robin?
All right there, Pierre. Thank you. Dr.
You see that? Let's look at this real quick. Let me see if I can find it. You got to understand what's going on. Okay? I got a couple of more. Bear with me. Let's type in Walking Dead CDC FSODE. Huh. Put this together. Oh, look. 3 years ago, arriving at the CDC. Walking Dead classic scene. Huh. What do you think? What do you think? Okay? I'm not going to click on it. I'm just showing you. All right? This is in the first, what do you call it? Season, first season, right? Where do they go? They go here. See this? What is the Walking Dead series about? Isn't it about zombies? Right? Now let's go to real time. CDC. Zombie. I do this all the time. PREPAREDNESS. What will this yield? Well, this is www.cdc.gov, right? Can't explain this one away, right? Campaigns. Zombie prepare. Wait a minute. Let's look up here. What does it say? cdc.gov. These are the CDC on their website, their campaigns. Of course, they're going to soften the language. Why is this even here? Okay. CDC published Preparedness 101 Zombie Apocalypse to the Health. The post was the educational entertainment. Yeah, this is entertainment too, right? What's this? This is entertainment. This is real life. There ain't no entertainment at this level. Okay? Only an idiot would buy that. Gag. No. No. What is this? Okay. Now I'm going to end it by going, see, we gotta figure out what's going on. World War III. So we got China, we got Wuhan, China, right? We got Ukraine. We got the US, right? What are they doing? What did this guy, what did that guy say? What was his name? This dude.
Scary story now about security lapses at one of the government's most secret and dangerous laboratories. Doors have been left unlocked to areas where scientists says potential.
He said bio weapon.
Now about security lapses at one of the government's most secret and dangerous laboratories. Doors have been left unlocked to areas where scientists says potential biological weapons like
biological what? Weapons. And listen to how he says weapon. He kind of rushes through it because he knows. He knows what he's being told to say right here is serious. Listen to how he kind of slurs his way through weapons.
Unlocked to areas where scientists says potential biological weapons like anthrax.
Weapons.
And it's happened.
He's like, I can't believe what I'm reading right here. Okay, so what happened in, what was it, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks? It kind of popped its head up. Let's see. Let's get it like this. In the Sudan. Oh, the Sudan, they're fighting each other. And they had to, what happened was the truth started coming. Just like Vlad Putin says, hey, here's what's really going on over the Ukraine. This is why I'm invading. And people scrambled to, to control the narrative in that situation. This happened 3 weeks ago. Sudan. What happened in the Sudan 3 weeks ago? A month ago. All right. High biohazard risk in Sudan after laboratory seized what? The WHO, World Health, warns a month ago biological risk after lab is seized. Okay. 46 bioweapon labs in Ukraine. Are there? Let's explain that away. Who warns of high biohazard risk in Sudan? Okay, what's going on? Sudan fighters occupy laboratory having raised huge So somebody came out and started singing, exposing what's actually going on over in Sudan. And they had to they had to control the narrative and shut that shit down quick. Inside the US government's top secret what? Bioweapons lab. Where? In the Sudan? Look at this. You see where this is going? And they're not calling it weapons, biological hazard, biolab. Well, what are they making? What were the germ bomb Sudan conflict? Did you see that? Biolab in Sudan captured by fighters as world watches on TV. You see that word germ bomb? Germ bomb. What is a bomb? It's a weapon. Okay? See how you use semantics and you control terms? All right? What the hell was going on? And all we got to do is play one of these. Okay? And what germs are they going to say? Okay? What germs are they going to mention? All right? And then we'll go back and see what Stephanopoulos says about those same germs. Listen close. Let's see if they divulge. Let's see what they say. Biological hazard. What are the names of the pathogens? Oh, measles and cholera.
That is extremely dangerous because we have polio isolates in the lab.
Polio,
measles isolates on the lab. We have cholera isolates in the lab. So there is a huge biological
polio, cholera. Let's see what this guy says. Let's see if he names off any.
Scary story now about security lapses at one of the government's most secret and dangerous laboratories. Doors have been left unlocked to areas where scientists test potential biological weapons like anthrax. And it's happened again and again. ABC's Pierre Thomas is on the case in Washington. Good morning, Pierre.
Hi, George. You would think that safety and security would be at the highest level at a government lab housing some of the most dangerous microbes on the planet. But according to some internal CDC emails, you may want to think again. Anthrax, monkeypox, virulent strains of flu, the SARS virus, all potentially lethal, and all...
Okay, they didn't mention the ones that were mentioned over here. But I can guarantee you that whatever they mentioned in the Sudan, they got it at the CDC. I'm positive. Okay? I'm positive that they have it. And they're calling it a weapon. All right, so let's wake the hell up. All right, now we'll go back here. All right, now who's making these things? For nations shall rise against nations. This is Matthew 24 and 7. Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, man-made famines at that. Man-made pestilences, gain of function, and man-made earthquakes in diverse places. Take heed that no man deceive you, because they're going to be making these things happen. Okay? 2 Ezra 16. And 5. Plagues are sent unto you. And what is he that may drive them away? 2 Ezra 16 and 8. The mighty Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, sendeth the plagues. He put the spirit on this devil to create a laboratory and take a virus that only deals with animals. I'm going to turn it into something that'll jump species. And who is he that can drive them away? Okay. Behold, 2 Ezra 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Okay, so we'll end it right there. Even so, the plagues, we'll read 16. 2 Ezra 16 and 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. These plagues include these diseases, these sicknesses, these bioweapons, and those nuclear missiles. Okay, plagues, pestilences. All right? Used as weapons of war. All right? This is the time we're in. Go back to Skeletor. What did Skeletor say? Go back here, Salakia. This is today. Now that we started, let me go back here real quick. All right. What is smallpox blankets? What is that? Smallpox blankets. Weapons of war. Right? It's nothing new. Okay? Smallpox blankets, this is proof. This has been going way back. Okay? We started, right, at the beginning. Where's Skeletor? Listen to what Skeletor is saying today. We went back to 1492. Where's Scully? Listen to the beginning of this one more time. Are you trying to give me a commercial here? Of course you are. Bear with me. The devil don't want this to come out.
When I ends of
Listen to what he's talking about. It says, my God, if this is happening, then we are doomed. This has been happening since 1492. What is he talking about? What is the subject matter?
a few weeks ago now, the Russian media reported that they had disrupted an American-led, Western-driven biohazard or bioweapon initiative inside of Ukraine. They released what they called proof to social media through official government channels. The Russians claim that they have stopped or were in the process of stopping a biological weapons program aimed at creating and distributing a severely contagious, I'm talking 40% fatality rate. 2 people get it, 1 person dies. Form of the bird flu. They said that it was going to use migratory bird patterns around Europe and through migration over and into territories of their enemies.
Bill Gates is using weaponized mosquitoes. Did I say weapon?
We know that there are already H5N1 and other bird flu outbreaks taking place right now. Japan is just one country that has confirmed they are holding on to massive amounts of vaccines and treatment in the tens of millions, possibly.
Be careful what you stick in your body, right? What is this? Oh, we're just studying mosquitoes. We're just studying mosquitoes that have been killing niggas in Africa for how long now? 1492? Genetically modified mosquitoes to be released in the Florida Keys to kill the tribe of Reuben. Look at this guy. Why we need more innovation to end malaria. Look at this. See that? Don't be stupid. The hell? See this? What's that? Nano spy robot mosquito drone from U.S. military. Look at that. Doesn't that look nasty? Look at this. See what we're up against? What's this word? Syringe. Yeah. What's in there? A vaccine? Nasty. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get Ciroc. Whoa. Salakia for going too long. This has been fun. Fun. This is the fun and the truth that you do. Fun exposing this devil is the only fun. Organic fun. We'll have fun, fun, fun till mosquitoes take your black ass away. All right. Sirach 5 and 15, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and sisters. With that, I'm going to say shalom.